Okay, so Strange World is directed by Don Hall and Nguyen, starring Jake Gyllenhaal, Jabuki, Gabrielle Union, Dennis Quaid, Lucy Liu, Karen Sony, Alan Tudyk, and Adela Anthony, and follows the story of the son of a famous adventurer who basically was separated by his father on like bad terms. He doesn't look up to this great adventurer as a good father, since he always keeps on saying that his father wanted his son to be like him and didn't want him to like forge his own path in life and be who he wanted to be. And so right off the bat, there is a bit of a conflict between the son and father, who are kind of the two main characters of the story. But anyway, the world itself is definitely an interesting one. It's you can see Disney were really trying to make just a very outlandish looking environment in this film, and it does pay off. I mean, so it kind of starts out first off in this farm where the like the son is growing these like exotic plants that he discovered on his final trip with his father, which is able to make electricity. But once he realizes that something evil is like affecting his farm of electric plants that power the city that he lives in, he has to venture under the earth on this life changing adventure that will basically change the way he sees everything, I guess. So overall, I did have a pretty good time with this movie. It definitely had a very Jules Verne kind of feel to it, and I do feel like that this film was kind of inspired by those books, those works of like the early late 19th, early 20th century, because there's a lot of like the architecture of this film kind of matches the stuff I've seen that's come from like Jules Verne. It also had a very, journey to the center of the earth vibe to it as well, which I enjoyed. Overall, it was good, but it did feel a bit redundant in some parts. I did find, I mean, some of the creatures were well thought out, and some of them I thought could have maybe used a bit more time put into it. I mean, there's this recurring like comic relief character, which is basically like this blue alien blob, and I mean, that's all it really is. It's just a blue blob that has like two hands and walks on 2 feet. And like and that's the character. There really is no depth to this character apart from the comic relief. But most of the cast and the supporting actors did a good job. I thought Jake Gyllenhaal did a really good job as the son. He was definitely the most thought out character in the whole film. The father character I thought was a bit shallow, but he did he I did find he kind of redeemed himself in the end for me as a character. So there's that. The character that Lucy Liu played as well was really good, and overall it was just a fun story. But I do think they could have done better in some aspects. That's for sure. Disney have definitely given us better adventure movies, though this one is definitely not a bad movie. I'm not really sure if this movie is gonna flop or not. I don't think it really is doing that well at the box office for its release. Probably because everybody's hyped up for like Avatar 2 coming just around the corner. But overall, it was a nice adventure film, but I felt it was lacking in some areas and probably could have used maybe a bit more time and thought into the script. But overall, it's watchable. It's definitely worth your money. I give it a 6 out of 10, and I recommend it. Overall, I mean, it's not awful, but I was expecting it to be a bit more exciting, a bit more imaginative. But overall, fine adventure movie. Go and watch it if you want. So that's my review, and take care. Thanks for supporting my channel, and I'll see you in the next review. Thanks.